What up? What up? What is up, Raider Nation? Welcome to our Friday show. Our special collab between me, your host, Cheeto Linus, host of Puro Raider podcast, and my boy Will over here, Silver and Black Radio, who apparently decided to be part of the paper bag crew. What's up, Will? Oh, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm the new president of the Bagman Raider crew here in Grand Junction, Colorado. So it is what it is, man. I'll be like, hey, it's the Browns game, it's the Raiders game, it's the toilet bowl, and I mean,
you said the brown bag group.
the brown bag crew, bro.
The brown bag crew.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey,
right.
you didn't watch.
Oh, don't use those initials because it stands for something else. Just keep it brown bag crew. Okay.
the triple B's. We're the triple
B's. What is up? What is up? Hey, thank you all for joining us today. Of course, the usual suspects in the house. Our boy Elon. Hey, what's going on, big dog? Hey, you make sure you come find me at the LA Takeover, big dog. We got to take a picture. Got to come through, say what's up. Our boy Waiter Travis in the house. What's going on, big dog? Appreciate you coming by. I'm pretty sure I'll see you in LA as well. You're always traveling. Big Luck, what's going on, big dog? Let's fucking go. That's right. Then we got Jack Gustav. I can't say that name, but thank you, Jack. Welcome. What up, Raider Nation? Yes, Cheeto was late. Yeah. He said he appreciates that. Well, he appreciates that. See? Navy Vet, what's going on, brother? Salute to you, big dog. Salute to you. Dog. Hope all is well. A brown paper bag. Y'all Raider fans deserve it. Browns. Ernie, that's right. Ernie, the Browns fan in the house. Ernie, thank you for checking in. What's going on, man? My boy Jeff, what's going on? Yeah, you got the last for that one, bro. What up, my boy 805? What's going on? And he's like, I have the urge to watch The Wizard of Oz. And I don't know why. Gosh, man, unless you have like a young daughter, teenage daughter, like, man, why you got the urge? Like, I'm going to go watch the new one next week with the family, but with my girl, with my brother's daughter, with my mom. But yeah, man, I feel you. But man, Ernie brought up a good point, man. Like we deserve to wear the brown paper bag because, man, yeah. Monday was just ugly. And you know what, Will? I'm glad we're doing this. I like this new Friday thing. Normally, I can't get over a bad loss, right? It's like we're moving on. But that Monday night loss just still lingers with me. It's still like hurting,
Oh my gosh, bro. I think it's just because, again, we are so pathetic on offense. I'd be like, really like, and then like this whole week, I think this week has gotten worse, Cheeto, from Monday, because I'm listening to what the coaches are saying. And I'm listening to all the interviews.
Yeah.
And to me, it just sounds even worse. For Chip Kelly to come out and say, oh, well, with that, with that defensive line, you got to make sure. I'm like, they're ranked 28th against the run game. Bro, how? I'll be like, I get it. They got one more guy. One more guy doesn't mean you are automatically outmatched up front. They touch the ball. I was talking with Jeff earlier, bro. 6 times. That's 1 time a quarter.
Yeah, I saw
running. Like, bro, how is your offensive line supposed to get any sense of confidence? Any sense of like, hey, you know what? We can maul these guys. We can handle them up front. If you're always consistently going backwards, pass blocking is not going forward. Pass blocking is literally going side to side and kick steps.
Well, that's what you would expect good pass blocking to do. But if even in pass blocking, these guys are getting pushed back, it's like.
Well, and I go like this, okay? We look at our offensive line, and I go like, all of a sudden, JPJ's out, and you're going to tell me Jordan Meredith moving to right guard, okay? And then putting in Will Putnam.
I know, bro.
Bro, I don't even know where this guy was on the bench. And
805,
like,
805 knew where he was.
Oh, I'll be like, 805 probably was like, bro, 805 was probably drinking beers with this guy at the tailgates before this game. That's probably what was going down.
Right,
but
right.
Like what I say is this, right? We look at it and we say, bro, why are we not giving the young guys burn? Right? We bench a young kid. We say, and all week long, all we hear is, oh man, he's gonna get some burn. He's gonna be looking good. He's gonna be making some changes.
Oh, you're talking about Carlos Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why didn't we give him some burn?
Well, apparently the report was because he had a horrible practice, right? That's what the word was.
Bro, our games look like practices. Like the team literally circles. They're like, oh man, hey, this is another bye week. We just got a scrimmage this week. Cheeto, we are literally, the team is kneeling the ball down at the second. Like, bro, this is the second game I've ever seen this before. The Chiefs started kneeling the ball down in the third quarter.
Oh, the what's his name did it before? Andy Reid with the
yeah. And then and now Dallas. You're telling me Dallas, bro, is coming into our house a 3-3 team that had one more win, and they're kneeling the ball down in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that's bad.
Bro, it is terrible. And then we get told, hey, what did I get told all offseason? We're going to run the ball and play good defense. We're going to go back to the old school. On what?
Well, that's what Pete Carroll told us, right? Yeah.
Yeah, on what planet, bro? Yeah. And then I go and I look and I'm like, Chip Kelly, 49 passing plays, 49 Cheeto. I'll be like, bro, we're giving out sacks like no other. I'll be like, Myles Garrett right now, bro. Oh. He's like, I'm about to eat a buffet. I'm like, give me DJ. Bro, we're going to have to like quadruple team this dude.
Right.
It's going to be terrible.
Yeah. No, and I totally hear you. And we'll start with Chip, because to me, it's not just Chip. It goes even beyond him. But just so people know and are aware of what you're talking about, let's go ahead and play this real quick.
Oh, man, look at this guy. He's so prepared.
So this is
doing shows all week.
Right? Jesus. So this is let me make sure the volume is up, make sure we can hear this.
I don't ever look at it that way. I look at it as who's available and then what's the best way to put those guys in situations where they can make plays. But to ask guys to do something that they can't do, isn't smart either. It's just, where are you? Like if you say, hey, we should be a really big zone read team. Well, if your quarterback can't run, then you shouldn't be a zone read team. Is it a good play? That's a great play. But I think it's always your offense is catered to who your personnel is, and then who your personnel is in this league switches on a weekly basis. You could be strong at one point in time up the middle, and then all of a sudden with a couple injuries, you're not. So it's just how you adapt and adjust. And it's the same thing for everybody. There's nobody in the league right now that doesn't have guys out, and you just got to kind of have to deal with it. So it's always based upon who's available really that week, both as you try to implement a plan, and what do they have? You can say, hey, we think we're going to run the heck out of the ball this week. Well, that's the best thing they do, but they're last in the league in pass defense. So maybe you have to flip your philosophy a little bit that way in terms of, because they're banged up. They have 3 or 4 kids in the secondary out, but their D line is outstanding. So how do we take advantage of it that way? So I think it's on a weekly basis in this league, especially it can morph and change all the time. So.
Yeah, and that was in regard to, this is, shout out to Jesse. He's like, OC Chip Kelly was asked about how much the offensive line play is impacting the play calling, right? And obviously our brother here, Raider Will, is highly upset by this situation. And you know what? I don't blame him. But that's been the fucking story all year long. Like, and I get it as fans, where I was like, oh, we should do this or we should be doing that. But, and I said this a couple weeks ago and people called me a hater, whatever, but we just fucking suck. We don't have the personnel, right? You look at what he said, right? And he said, mind you, our quarterback sucks. But he said the Dallas defense is horrible at pass defense. So you would be like, okay, we're going to be pass heavy. And that sounds good when you have an efficient passing game. You know?
This team was bad all the way around defensively.
Oh yeah,
you can't tell me, okay? And this is where I go like, he goes like, we got to go off who's available and do this and do that. Bro, 805 will tell you we have to have some sort of identity on offense. And right now, the only identity we have is to give up interceptions, give up sacks, and just plain out suck.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, we have none. And I'd be like, honestly, for a struggling quarterback, a guy that can't get the ball and like put the ball in the end zone, the remedy is to run the fucking football. At the end of the day, a bad quarterback is remedied by running the ball. Right. I mean, like, let's look at the Ravens, for crying out loud. They won the freaking Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer.
Oh, but that defense was nasty, bro. You couldn't score on that.
But again, they ran the football. I'm talking about their offense. They ran the ball with Jamal Lewis. They pounded it. They did little short passes here and there, and they didn't deviate from their scheme.
Yeah. No, but and I get what you're saying, but to me, that's a bad comparison because that defense was lights out. That defense required that team required no offense.
But I'm not saying, hey, that this is going to remedy everything and give us more wins.
Right. But I get what you're saying about running the ball, the football. Right.
It's going to make us competitive in the game. Right. Every single game that we've run the ball for over 20, we've actually been competitive. Right. I mean, I'm okay with losing by 3 points.
Yeah.
Tito, like you said, I looked at the roster, and you're right. There's nowhere where we can say we absolutely upgraded except at the running back position where we drafted the kid at 6.
And that's an upgrade from having Zeus, who was complete ass last year. Yeah.
So, hey, but it's an upgrade, right? We got to call a spade a spade. That wasn't the only upgrade.
Yeah, I know.
Now, when we go and we say, hey, here's the thing with me. I think there's so much disconnect between the offensive coordinator, head coach, GM. It's a total cluster.
And that's the part I want to bring up because as a nation, as a fan base, as a media, everybody tries to find a scapegoat, right? Whose fault is this, right? There's shout out to the Raiderverse. They got this whole thing going on right now that if you go to Las Vegas this weekend, they're going to hand out signs that say, I blame Gino for, and then you put in whatever, right? Because of his little presser. I take the blame. I take the blame, right? Yeah. You got people who want Chip Kelly gone. Like, this is stupid. Like, he's not in college anymore. This and that. Like, you get rid of him. Da, 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 da. And then there's those of us that hate Pete Carroll because he's the head coach, right? Pete Carroll, to me, I get the Chip Kelly frustrations. I get the play calling, all that stuff. But if this man was brought in because he's the experienced, he's the one that was supposed to correct things. He was the adult that was going to come into the room. And he's the one that's overall responsible. If you look at our previous head coaches, from Josh McDaniels, AP to this guy, it always came down to, yes, we could have upgraded at coordinators, upgraded at players, but they always said, but you're the coach. You're the coach. And to me, that's my frustration with Pete Carroll. If you see that we only ran the ball 7 times, you must be okay with it too.
And he did say that at the end. And that's where I go like, Cheeto. Like, if you're telling me you're in the game plan room and like, okay, you and I are sitting in there.
Yeah.
And we see our team right now. And Chip Kelly comes up to you and he says, hey, coach, we're going to throw the ball 49 times. We're going to throw the ball over 80% of the time on the field. So we're going to stay competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to sit in this meeting and be like, oh yeah, great. Hey, Chip.
No, I'm gonna be like, dude, you're tripping because we only have one person to throw the ball to, and that's Brock.
Exactly.
They're gonna blanket the fuck out of him.
Exactly, and then that's where I go like, Tito, this is the difficult part, right? Where you and I know that that's total bullshit.
Right.
You're not gonna be in that meeting room and go, hey, look, Geno Smith's tearing it up. I mean, he's throwing 13 interceptions. Wow, he's on fire.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Well, but I will say this, and I don't know if you're going to disagree with me, or this is where we will start arguing. Mm-hmm. Even if we ran the ball 20 times, I'm going to tell you right now, the way Dallas was playing against our run, you wouldn't have seen any more difference. Because the way they were running, the way they were busting up the middle in the backfield, even to the outside, it's almost like, and I told Jeff on this on Wednesday when I rewatched the game, it's almost like Dallas had or watched the film, knew which way the cuts were, right? And had a player waiting there for action. No matter if you ran to the outside, you ran to the inside, like there was no success. And if we continued that, I think we'd be on here talking about how bad we are running the ball the same way.
I think, again, I'm not going to say that, hey, that's going to remedy anything, right?
Yeah.
Again, you might be right. Hey, you know what? You're correct, man. We're getting blown up and we might even go backwards.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, we have to have an identity, Cheeto. We have to come out of this insanity thinking that Geno Smith is going to save this team.
Right. No. And if you're in that reality, bro, like it's insane. That's not going to happen. Yeah.
You know, and that's where I go like, hey, you know what? Again, our offensive line is struggling. These guys are moving backwards. These guys
and I'm so glad you said that, though, that Geno Smith is not going to save this team. Because now, I don't know if you heard, but AOC has been activated now, right? He's no longer on the injured list. So now he's an option. Now, I did this in the group, right? Because I think we have multiple groups. But I think I said this in the group. It don't matter who the fuck is under center, who the hell we have back there, if you can't block for him. And if you guys watch Buffalo versus Houston yesterday, you will see that even the almighty Josh Allen couldn't get it done because Houston sacked him, 7 times, 8 times? And we're chasing him the rest of the other time.
And you see, and that's where Geno Smith is under constant duress every single game.
So that's when you think we
right?
put in AOC. Like, I really don't see a difference if you do go with him.
So I'll say it like this.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that AOC comes in there and makes a difference is if he's able to get the ball out extremely quick.
Right.
And he sees things in this offense that Geno's not seeing. And the problem too is, let's not be like think about it here. Geno is scared to death, bro. I would be too. Geno,
what did I say? He was shell shocked? I use an old term.
Bro, so and you know it, bro. So I'll be like, you've been in the service, and they say, hey, when bullets fly down range, that's really when you're gonna see what happens. And there's some guys, man, that when bullets start flying down range, it becomes like slow motion.
Right.
Your adrenaline is pumping so hard that you're able to see these things and just channel that energy, right? Well, once you get hit, once you start seeing things happen around you, you start getting scared and you start anticipating things that aren't.
No, definitely,
right?
Yeah.
And with him right now,
you get so locked in on one receiver too, because he's the only one who's produced for you.
Well, and he gets locked in because I don't know whether Chip Kelly's telling him, "Hey, this is the guy I want you to get the ball to, no matter what."
Right.
Or it's like you said, man, that's the only guy that can get open.
Yeah. So, which, when you watch the film, it shows he's not. But when you, as a quarterback, have only had success with one guy, that's who you're going to look for, you know? Yeah.
You know? And that's where, at the end of the day, like, it's a difficult thing right now. Because you can't really say, hey, is it the execution or is it the play calling?
Right.
I mean, like, I'll ask you that right now. Leo, is it the execution or is it the play calling?
For me, and real quick, shout out to everyone that's joining the chat. Shout out to our board rated Ryan, Robert Pena, Paul. I see you in there. 805. Thank you all for tuning in. Miklo, I see you in the house, big dog. Yes, we're gonna play the Eagles and the Texans, and we're gonna get our asses handed to us. Yes. But I think it's a mixture of everything. That's why I don't blame just one. Because even when the plays are there, we don't have the right personnel to execute them properly, if that makes sense. And that's what pissed me off about what he said. He's like, you call plays based on the players you have available, right? And to me, it's like, is that what you're doing though? Like, because to me, it doesn't seem that way. right? And it's hard because to me, I think it's both. Sometimes these plays are shitty ass plays, and you're like, bro, what are you doing? And sometimes it's like the play's there, and Gino has 1 second to throw the ball, or you hand it off to Genty, and there's already 2 dudes in front of him. And at that point, it's execution. These guys can't block; they're getting blown off the line. A wide receiver might have run the wrong route. Gino was looking straight at Brock, and if he would have looked this way, he would have had Trey open, like things like that. That's the execution part. And to me, I think you see both, but it's still an overall dysfunction of this team. That's why I always say they're not prepared, and that falls on Pete.
Oh, absolutely. So at the end of the day, man, the head coach, that's where the buck stops. Let's be real about it. And people are saying right now, hey, who do you fire? Chip Kelly? Do you fire Pete Carroll? Do you fire, PG? Do you fire all of them? I'd be like,
do you want to fall back into that cycle?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? We don't want to keep firing them, but it's almost like they're leaving you with no choice.
Well, and then we go back to asking, what? There's so many issues here, right? With Pete Carroll having his sons on the coaching staff.
Oh, the offensive line is just it's trash.
And we want to talk about holding accountability, yet there's no accountability held on Gino. There's no accountability held on the offensive line.
Yeah.
There's no accountability on them. But then Pete Carroll wants to come out and say that the defense didn't put them in enough positions to win the game when Max Crosby put you at the 12-yard line and you went for 3 passes in a row for 3 incompletions for a field goal.
Yeah, that was horrible series. And I remember when that happened, we were so excited because it's early in the game. Like, oh shit, we might do something, right? Like, this is our time. And then you go and you see the 3 and out and you kick a field goal. And it's like, bro, like, real quick, we had a lot of salary cap, 11 draft picks, brought in a veteran quarterback, and this is the product you produce. We have nothing to hang our hat on, which is equal failure. And that's why I say it's not just Chip. It's not just Gino, because when people are like, oh, you guys got Gino, that was Pete Carroll. He brought him in. He traded away a 3rd-round pick to bring him in. That goes on Pete Carroll.
100%.
Right? You look at who we drafted. A lot of us argue all the time on social media. Not because Genty sucks, right? To clarify that. But because at number 6, to us, some of us who are opposed to it, you should have drafted other needs at that point or done something different with that pick because just bringing him in wasn't going to move the needle at this point. There were so many other holes. And then you look at the free agency. We had a lot of salary cap. Who did we bring in besides Gino to pay? Right? We let Spillane go. We chose wrong between Kuntz and Chason. Chason's the one having a better season, right? Hobbs is gone. Morig, I wouldn't have paid that much money for Morig anyway, just to be clear. Diablo, but we let all those dudes walk and go. And who did we bring in but a bunch of Band-Aids on 1-2-year prove-it deals? Yeah. Which I would have been fine with if we would have been told from the get-go, we're going to rebuild stuff, right? But when you come in here and you say you're in a win-now mode.
Hey, do you remember that? We talked about that?
That to me does not say win now. The GM is doing shit for the future. But the coach, other than the Gino trade, that was like an instant, like, we want to win now, so that's why you bring in someone like him. And then the coach is like, nah, we're here to win now. And we're like, bro, but we don't have the players to win.
Bro, I'm going to put it like this. So
what up, Jay?
with 805, the one thing that I will say about this 805 is that we might not know what we have in these rookies for the fact that they haven't gotten any burn. They haven't gotten a chance to show what they can do. Right. So we might have a diamond in the rough. The sad part is that we are not going to play these guys, that we're not going to give them the opportunity to show what they got. Because guess what? I know what Dylan Forsythe can do. I know what Will Putnam can do. Hell, I know what Jordan Meredith can do. But I can't see what these young guys can do. Jack Besh, you're going to tell me, hey, you drafted Jack Besh in the 2nd. And the only time he got the ball was one time this game, and he's not your best passing option. Chip Kelly, you don't have another wide receiver. Who do you have? You have Trey Tucker, you have Jack Besh. Get these guys the ball, see what they got. You're going to tell me that the only guy that we have that you're going to get the ball to an open space and design plays is, hey, Brock Bowers? So they only have to say, hey, we only have to stop Brock Bowers and stop the run. Bro.
Right.
Come on, man.
No, and I think that's the frustrating part, dog. Like when you watch it, you know? When you're out there and you see that stuff, that's the fucking part that gets you mad. I think watching it.
Absolutely.
Because even if, and I've said this, even if we're as bad as we are, right? Say we're not the wins, whatever. But at least you see improvement. But I think my thing, and I'm gonna ask you as a coach, right, as a one who used to coach a team. When I hear when it came out why Carlos Rogers didn't play, is because he had a bad practice. Now,
that's on me.
Is that reasons to not start someone because of how they were in practice, or is that just an excuse about why I want to keep putting these guys? Or because I mean, it's not like the guys he put in there did any better.
So I'll tell you like this: I think it gets a little bit different when you get into the NFL.
I mean, I think
this one's full of bullshit. I think this one's full of bullshit.
In high school, yes, if you have a bad practice, they're gonna get on you. Maybe even college, you had a bad practice, bro. What's going on? You need to get your shit together before you don't play, right? Or maybe they'll bench you a quarter, whatever. But to say that you're the reason we didn't put you in is because you look that bad in practice.
My question is this, bro. It goes to this, okay? If it's that tight, that this guy is like 1 and 2, right? Like, let's say, hey, I have a guy that's really good and a guy that's right behind them that is pushing them. So, of course, practice might dictate like who's going to get a little bit more burn because you're looking at it and there's a strong 1 and a strong 2. But here in this situation, excuse me, no, you're looking at the second and the third string guy, fourth string guy. I'm looking at it, and if it was the beginning of the season, okay. But now that we're so late in the season, I'm like, and everything is really going this bad. Why not do it? And I'd be like, hey, you know what? You could have a bad week of practice and have a great game. I got to see what you can do. But I think right now, again, we're going back to like saying, I know better. I have more pride. And honestly, Brendan Carroll hasn't shown me that he can coach. And if your players, and I'll tell you like this, a bad practice is on me. If my players are unprepared, is on me.
It's on me. Yes.
If my players can't do what they're supposed to do in this scheme and I don't adjust and I don't put the right guys in the right spots, that's on me. Like, and that's where I go like, hey, Will Putnam got bench pressed 3 yards deep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I'll be like, Cheeto, there ain't no blocking scheme for that. I can tell you like this. I'm like, hey, we adjust. I'll be like, if you're running zone running scheme, usually there's 2 double teams going on inside. Your center gets some help. Your freaking left or your left play side tackle and guard work together. Your freaking center and backside guard work together, and you get 2 double teams at the point of attack, and you move to the second.
There's ways to design and coach those deficiencies. Is what you're saying.
There is, but here's the thing: we're not adjusting. We're not making any changes. I'll be like, and ask these guys to do those things, and then to come out and say, "Oh well, you can't ask guys to do what they don't do." But you're throwing the ball to Ashton Genty and saying that you throwing the ball is just as good as handing it off to him. We didn't draft a wide receiver to catch the football.
No, but they're throwing it out there on the flat, which is just it's an air handoff, basically, right? Putting him in space to make a play.
Bro, that's a bullshit excuse for me because you can't run the ball up front and you're fucking playing pussy ball. You might as well just go out there and throw the screen again. The amount of screens
play pussy ball though, because we don't have dudes up front.
But here's the thing, Tito, Like your offensive line gains strength as the game goes. If your offensive line is getting beat up, you have to try to pound. You have to keep them aggressive. You have to keep your offensive line fighting forward. Bro, tell me one time that you saw that. Like we literally talked about it. One designed running play per quarter. One.
Yeah.
Basically, because they ran the ball 6 times. And then again, yeah, they ran it with Geno, but that's because he's running for his life.
Yeah, that was not a run of design, but it was his
run. So then that's where I go like, man, you can't do that. It makes no sense if your offensive line is just getting put on skates. They're getting used and abused. I'm like, you might as well make it into a slugfest, make it ugly.
Right. But even then, if I think in a slugfest, we get knocked out in the first round.
But you make
it and I will stand on it, bro, that even if we decided to run the ball against Dallas, there's not much difference you would have seen in that game. They still would have outscored us. They still would have out fucking rushed.
I'm not saying that we win the game, Cheeto, but I'm going to tell you like this: the score isn't as big
because I don't see the score in running the ball.
Well, that the score isn't a big disparity like it was this game. I'd be like, we got beat.
Why? Because we kept the ball away from them 3 or 4 more minutes.
Bro,
mind you, they were running the ball earlier, so they themselves took their foot off the fucking gas pedal.
Yeah. So I put it like that, Cheeto. Yes. Like you control those 4 minutes. Those 4 minutes.
Yeah.
My dog's going crazy. So,
it's because he's mad.
Oh, bro. You ain't lying, bro. You don't get no extra snacks. Hey, give me 1 second, man. I think I got. Oh, no, never mind.
Hey, shout out to all of you that are joining in right now. Shout out to Manuel. Shout out to Yamaha Kid. Shout out to Bueno. Jack, can I see you here? Yeah. And I get it. I get it, Jack. When you run the ball 6 times in a game, and the other team doesn't have to worry about it. The double teams on Brock Bowers. They're going to double team Brock Bowers regardless. They're going to double team Brock Bowers regardless. But what I will say is that play action is inefficient or doesn't work if you don't have the threat of a run game. At this point, they're only doing play action. They're only doing play action at this point because they're assuming you're respecting the threat of a Gente without even giving them the ball, which is stupid. If you're going to do play action, you got to throw runs in there. You have to. If you're only coming out and doing play action because you have to respect him, but if you're not giving him the ball, why am I going to respect your play action?
100%. You know, I'd be like, think about it. We're not even coaches in the NFL.
No.
We as fans, as people that sit and watch this game, understand that there has to be the threat of running the football in order for play action to work.
Yeah.
And don't sit here and tell me.
That's football 101. That's football 101, bro. Yeah.
And tell me like this. You go play action 4 plays in a row. Oh, yeah, we were gashing them. We were gashing them.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't punch it in.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't get your offensive line to fucking move some people and to be aggressive because guess what? You're sitting there going play action. You're sitting there going back. Hey, once we stop going play action, we go back to drop back passing.
Yeah.
One time, name one time during the game that you felt like we were a running threat. Like we could actually run the football on that team and say, hey, you don't have to just pin your ears back.
We don't. Even if they were to do that this week, right? Say this week they decide, fuck it. Whether it's successful or not, we're going to continue to run. We're going to run Ashton, right? 20, whatever times. Cleveland's going to blow that shit up. It is. They are. Their defensive line is nasty. Nastier than Dallas's, mind you. Nastier than Dallas's. But it's just frustrating because I get what you're saying about when you see the way they're calling the plays, it makes no sense. And that Chip is the offensive coordinator. He's the one who calls the plays. Yeah.
Dude, for me, it's frustrating because we have no identity.
We haven't. We haven't. As a team, as a coach, yeah.
I like to do that. I like to establish ourselves, all right? So I think 805 is a defensive coordinator as well. Man, and I'm telling you, from day one, I come in and I say, dude, we're going to be physical. We're going to be fast. We're going to hit hard. If you make a mistake, you're going to make a mistake at 100 miles an hour, and you're going to go in there and kill somebody. I don't care. I want to be the more physical defense out there. I'm like, if we make mistakes, okay. But you got to be physical. You got to have an attitude about you, and you got to have a swagger about you. I'd be like, we have none.
I'm so glad you brought up the defense, because it was Pickens, right? That one play where there were two guys, and he basically split them with a little fucking Matty move, and right. It was it Chin and Palomar he did that to? I can't remember who it was.
Bro, he's doing it to everybody.
It's embarrassing when you see them that they can't even recognize or know how to take an angle to tackle and stop someone.
It sucks, man. And I'm going to tell you like this. This is not PG's defense. This is a hybrid defense, in my opinion. This is a total compromise. For me, this whole cover 3 thing, you can't sit in cover 3 all game long. I don't care what Pete Carroll thinks. I don't care his whole thing that, I built Seattle on defense. I'm like, bro, that's 15 years ago.
Right.
This is coaching malpractice, bro. At this point, this is coaching malpractice. If I was the Raiders players, I would literally sue my coaching for coaching malpractice, because this is terrible.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not taking players. Bro, you're not making name one player that's gotten better since this coaching regime has gotten here.
Oh my God, bro. I can't even say Adam Butler 805. I'm sorry.
Name one player that you have seen that has come in here and said, oh man, that guy's really turned it around since this coaching staff came in.
I wouldn't even say turn it around. The only thing I would say would be like Devin White and Jamal Adams. Like, even though they're liabilities when it comes to the pass, like, you can appreciate what they do to help stop the run. But even to say they got better, no. They're just veterans. Yeah.
Exactly. We're just so bad around them that these guys are looking like Pro Bowlers.
None of the rookies have showed any type of fucking improvement, any type of like, oh, we got a guy in this one. Like,
we haven't even seen the rookies. We're literally, man, I think there's more rookies right now that have touched. I think Henderson has touched the ball more in 1 or 2 games than Ashton Genty has all season long.
No,
how many carries were, bro? Yeah. How many carries is he at?
Who, total? Genty? Okay, hold on, I'll look it up. But even when you bring up Henderson,
well, I'm just I know that
they have a hell of an offense, hell of a fucking offense, right?
No, I'm not debating that, but I'm just saying, hey, again, Drake May was struggling. Drake May now has a run game that supports him, and now Drake May looks good.
Ashton Genty has 149 carries. All right,
and how many games?
I'll look right now. Hold on. Let me look up Trayvon Henderson. Well, we're on what, 11 games? We're 2-7, so 9 games. Right? Okay.
So he's getting 14, like maybe 14 touches.
Travion Henderson has got 100 carries.
Okay. And how many games, Tito?
100 carries, right? Per game. I could break it down for you per game. Hold on. Oh, where is it? You're really gonna have me? We're really gonna do this with Henderson, huh? No, this is doing it per game. Yeah. Well, Travion Henderson just started getting more carries. 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks, right? Because before that, they were going with the other running back. He got hurt and things like that. But he's gotten a lot less carries. His last 2 games, he's gotten more.
So even
Genty has 149 carries,
and he's
554 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3.7 yards per carry.
So again,
in November. Oh, dude, this is so crazy.
What's up?
We're at 2 more weeks in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
In November, Ashton Genty has only had 38 carries.
So tell me this is a coaching malpractice. I'd be like, you draft the guy at 6 and the whole month he has 38 carries?
No.
How many games
the last 5 games, Travion Henderson has had 59 carries. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So his is in the last 5 games. He's had more action. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Cheeto, tell me, you drafted the guy at 6. The guy that I don't even know where he was drafted so far down the chart.
Yeah.
Is getting the ball more totes. They're good. It's just a totally different thing, man. They at least have an identity. I could bear with losing if we had an identity or something.
So what if our identity was we continue to try and run, but we can't run for shit, but we keep doing it? Wouldn't we be yelling and crying the opposite?
Absolutely.
Or do you think it's going to be successful?
But you know what? We don't know because we haven't tried it.
I know we don't know, but I honestly don't think we'd be more successful.
Again, I think the blowouts would not happen because you're able to control the clock. You're able to
if you can get first downs. We've seen instances where they've come out, run stuff.
Tito, what did you say? The play action requires the run of the.
No, it does. It does.
So then you go play action. Then you get extend the plays. You do naked boots. Right. You do all sorts of stuff like that. But without a threat of you running the football, Cheeto.
Right.
Why would I even respect right now the Raiders even, bro? I'm telling you what right now, if I'm the defensive coordinator for the opposite team,
yeah.
Are you telling them to load up the box for the run?
You don't even have to. You don't have to. That's the sad part. You don't have to.
But then you have to work on that, right? You have to work up with your scheme, your design play. You have to work with the guys that you have that are up there that you're saying, hey, we're not going to ask them to do things that they can't do.
Yeah. Fuck that. I ain't watching no Pete Carroll pressers. I'm done watching Pete Carroll pressers, bro.
And that's the thing with Pete, right? I feel like every single time Chip comes out, they say something and they do something totally opposite. It's like this, bro. Like, I'm going to tell you that we're going to have a party every single weekend, and then we don't.
Right.
You know, people go like, oh, you were supposed to have a party every single weekend.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, bro, it's like, hey, we have to come out with ways to say, hey, we're going to run the football, like you said, Pete, and have an identity. Or say, hey, you know what? We're going to be a drop back pass team with Geno Smith.
And in both those scenarios, they're both failures because we can't.
We both failed. You're absolutely correct. At this point, yeah. But is the ass beating as bad as it is right now?
So what? At this point, we're coaching just so we don't get our ass beat as bad,
bro.
How horrible is that?
It's
like I'm with Baker and her class action.
I'm going to tell you like this.
That's our two situations.
There's some games that if we were to run the ball, we could have won those games. If we would have run the ball more effectively in Chicago.
Chicago, we had that game, but we blew it. Right? That one the team blew. The block field goal, all that bullshit. Right?
So we blew
what else?
Right?
What other game? Jacksonville? We couldn't run the ball in Jacksonville.
No, not Jacksonville. What's the other game?
Which one else? And to answer your question, Jack, we'll think real quick. In 2027, would you take Carr from Notre Dame in 2027 if he came out? I'm going to tell you like this. Not if our O-line isn't fixed. If our O-line isn't fixed by then no. Because if you look at what CJ Carr did that first game against Miami, the one he struggled, it was because Miami came after him. Notre Dame's O-line had not solidified itself yet. They had trouble blocking for him. So like I said earlier, no matter who the fuck you put back there, if you can't block for him, you're gonna fucking struggle. Yeah.
Denver.
If we would have ran the ball more against Denver.
There were certain situations where it didn't make any sense. What your play calling was, if you had if you called the run play, right?
Right.
If you would have just done this differently. A 3rd and 2, you go quarterback sneak instead of handing it off.
Right.
Again, quarterback sneak is a form of a run, but on 3rd and 2?
Yeah, that was dumb. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you see what I mean? I mean, like things like that.
Right.
And I get what you're saying, Cheeto. I'm not saying, hey, you're going to coach to lose. But when you're coaching, when you know that your team isn't as good, and I mean, like, bro, I've done it before where I line up.
There's teams out in the NFL that have done it. I know they know they're not that good.
And you go like, bro, like this team.
That goes back to if you're doing that and you know you're not. It goes back to what 805 and everyone else has been saying in the chat. So then put in the young guys to see what you have, regardless of how they do in fucking practice.
And that's what I'm telling you, right? Like, yes, I understand that. Bro, but why are we not doing it? I don't understand why Pete Carroll feels like, him saying that, well, I'm still trying to win, is helping him. I don't think it helps anything.
No, it doesn't. If anything, it's his ego, his mentality. He's maybe not that type that's like, I'm going to go out here and expecting to lose, or he's not going to do what Dan Campbell did, right? And come out there and say, we're just a bad team right now. Like Pete Carroll will never do that. Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. Yeah. I think we have to be real with it. Our coaches have to be real. They have to come out and say, hey, we're playing like shit. Gino, you're playing like shit. Accountability starts with me, and I'm letting this happen.
Oh, shit. What happened here? Go ahead. Raider Jeff is a traitor. He turned his back on his fans. Jeff, why are you turning your back on the fans? What did you do? Oh, God. That makes no sense. Have Jetty sitting so low in the numbers when all coaching talked so high on him. But let's not use him being the best of all time. Yeah. I'm not saying he's the best of all time, but I'm for giving him. I'm not saying
that. I'd be like,
I'm definitely for giving him the ball more. Yeah.
Yeah. Collegiately, he's a stud.
Yeah.
I'd be like, but you ain't showing me nothing in the NFL. I mean, like, I'll tell you like this, but I am impressed with that shitty offensive line that you're still getting 3.7 yards a carry.
Mind you, with being set back on.
So that's why I go like, hey, Cheeto, we can sit here.
I don't go by numbers. You know me. I don't believe the stats. Yeah. Just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, Navy Vet.
So
Genty broke a 30-yarder against Denver just to get called back.
That hurt. I was there. I saw it. Besh was nowhere to be seen. I'd be like, bro, total opposite side of the field. And my man, I'd be like, this is the problem, man. We killed ourselves that game. We had penalties. We had a whole bunch of other things.
Right.
But honestly, the Raiders gave up that game. And that's why I said, I'm like, you know what? Key turnovers.
Gave up which game? The Denver game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was mismanaged from the moment he went for it on 4th down, where we had them backed up and field possession. You punt that ball, bro. You keep backing them up. That was the one touchdown they scored.
And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. 4th and 5. 4th and 5, and all season long, you haven't shown that you can produce a first down, and you go for it.
All season long, you can't even give me an instance where I think you're going to gain 2 or 3 yards, bro. And you're trying to gain 5?
And confidently.
Hey, thank you, thank you for subscribing.
You know what? Every single time, bro. Thank you, Big Dog. Appreciate that, Navy Vet. Yo, every single time, Cheeto, that we do it and we go back there,
right?
The play calling makes no sense. When we go 3rd and inches, we go play action. We get on the goal line. The first pass we throw it to is our right guard. You're throwing it to Crappa in the back of the end zone.
I remember that. Yeah, that was insane, bro.
I'd be like, Cheeto, play calling makes no sense. There's no identity on defense. There's no identity on offense. Pete Carroll is saying, oh, yeah, I'm in the game plan room and I'm all over this. I'm like, where's your identity, Pete? Right now, bro, we look like a team with dementia.
Right.
I mean, like, maybe that's Pete's identity. That's his new identity. Maybe 73 has gotten to Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I've been telling you that, dog. He needs to be in a home.
And I'm going to tell you like this. I've never seen Max Crosby so upset after a game. After this Dallas game, bro, he's over it. And I don't care what you say.
But he's over what? What exactly is he over?
He's over the incompetence of them not being able to capitalize in key situations that he has manufactured.
So the one turnover.
Bro, that one turnover, that if they score a touchdown on that turnover, it can change the flow of a game. It can change things. That's the thing, right? It gives you opportunity. It gives you hope. Tito, we have none. We have no hope.
No, we don't. There is no hope.
And that's what, like, bro, that's what you look for. When you're a team that's starving, bro, when you're a team that's so, and I've been on these teams. That's why I'm telling you, bro. When you're a team that's just like, bro, we just need one play. And I've been on the teams that one play happens, and from there, you don't even know how this shit turns on, bro, but your team turns on. And it's like, whoa. But the Raiders, bro, are like a fire with with no oxygen.
Yeah. No,
bro, we try to light a match in a dark room.
And if we did, it would explode. Because there was a gas leak and we didn't hear it.
And if we did, it's in space and it'll never turn on fire. We're like in the suction, bro.
There was a gas leak and we couldn't smell it because we're that fucking old and senile. Oh man, I love this one right here, right? If a third round pick is not good enough to suit up because he had a bad practice going into week 11, I don't even know where to go with this team at this point. And that goes to the coaching. And it really creates back to what somebody said earlier about the disconnect between the GM and the team, right? Because I know earlier a report came out that they said the front office is safe, meaning Spytech, right? Spytech and them are safe. They're fucking they're there at that point where he's building for the future and Pete's in win now mode, right? Now, if you were to follow Spytech and they were on the same page, would they follow? Would they play more of the young guys? You know, would they have gone and signed someone like Lockett? Or would have just said, you know what, rookies? Because we haven't seen Thornton since how long now?
So,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you like this, Tito. Mm-hmm. If your third round pick isn't playing, then that means that your head coach thinks that your fucking GM is shit.
Because he says these guys aren't ready. That's what he always says.
This is where it's almost disrespectful, right? Yeah. Like when you're telling me these guys aren't ready. Mm-hmm. Jack Besh is picked in the second round. Jack Besh, when you're in the second round, he should be a starter. Right. Ashton Genty was picked in the first round.
To me, what's this called? Besh was a stretch. I did not like the pick there. Besh was a stretch. I did not want it there, but yeah.
When your GM picks him in that round, he thinks he has that type of talent, right? Mm-hmm. Then we had who was it at 3? We had the 2 offensive linemen in the third round.
Yeah, it was Rogers and what's the other guy's name?
From William and Mary.
William and Mary.
The kid from William and Mary.
And he's even more raw. Yeah.
He's going to be really raw. And
he's even more raw.
Mm-hmm. But when your coach comes out and says that and continuously pushes this guy even getting a chance to come on the field, I really think that freaking Pete's trying to pull a power move.
Right.
Pete's trying to say, "Oh, I'm the guy in charge." Oh no, we're not looking to the future because we're gonna win.
Rosetown hit it on the head, bro. We need to hit with our first to 3 round picks for the next 3 to 5 years and get free agent talent to get this team right. We need to hire a head coach with his staff next year that's on the same frame as his team. And I think that's where the frustration comes. Like if you tell a Raider fan, because that's just 3 to 5 years.
Tito,
You're
we
talking
dreaming,
about
man.
2028,
And
2028 to 2030. What did we say in the chat the other day? Did James say 2030 our first playoff
yeah,
win?
2030. James said. So,
Right?
but I'll say it like this, man.
But I agree with that because to me, that's how you rebuild and build a team is through the draft. You add pieces in free agency, but you don't build a team in free agency, bro. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you like this.
Uh-oh.
3 to 5 years of us drafting 1 through 3 picks is going to be really hard. That's 15 players.
No, and that's if everything goes right.
So I think if you're even able to hit on half, and I'll go on that to that part, on half, you're doing a hell of a job, right?
And it's funny you said that because as I'm watching the Texans yesterday, their defense, what big name free agent is on that defense?
You don't build that way. You don't build. So, and that's the thing. That's
right.
So I'll tell you like this: the biggest thing with coaching.
Shout out to Raider Jeff. You cannot trust this staff with free agent O-line help. Look what they did this year. Do it in the draft. It's deep in the O-line. Do not go quarterback. If we do, our 2026 season will be over before they make the schedule. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, and thanks for the gifted 5 memberships, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I think, Jeff, you're correct in the fact that we have to look at it in the first 2 rounds.
Right.
I think you can address it in the first 2 rounds, and depending on who comes out in free agency, you can also.
There's a couple of good linemen coming out in good agency.
Exactly. So you can bring up some offensive linemen, but here's the thing: you're going to have to overpay for whoever you're bringing. So it might as well be an offensive lineman that you know is going to be solid, and look at a position that you really have to lock up. The difference here, right, is that if you draft an offensive lineman, people are going to say that we need a quarterback. So I think you do it in your pair. You draft a left tackle.
Now you bring the big fucking fight amongst Raider fans.
Right.
You just said it right now. You bring in a quarterback, but how? Through the draft? Through free agency? You stick with who you have?
In the first 2 rounds. No, in the first 2 rounds. Okay? And this is where, and people are
in this upcoming draft, 2020?
Yes. So you look at it, and if you say, hey, in the second round, okay, you draft a offensive lineman, a guaranteed blue chip offensive lineman.
Mind you can't assume everyone's guaranteed.
No, but I mean, like, there's guys that are like, okay, he's either going to be a blue chipper or some sort.
I mean, look at JPJ. He was projected 1. He wanted the 2nd because of injuries. You know, would you say he's been that guy? Like, oh, you can't miss.
No, but he is a starter.
Well, not according to our coaching staff, but yeah.
Well, I mean, like, that's neither here nor there, man. I'd be like, obviously, what they think is a starter is a guy getting absolutely worked and punished all game long, like Jordan Meredith and freaking Putnam and those.
Putnam.
So I go like, hey, you know what? We can't say that JPJ is a blue chip or a regular guy just yet. You have to give him time, right? It's going to be about 3 to 5 years for him to show what he really has.
Yeah, and I think somebody said that he drafted Hall of Famers when he was in Seattle. And I think that's the other part, too, is the expectancy, right? And then the people are so adamant. I'm one of them. Even though I don't want our coaches to get fired, like, I would be cool if he got fired. But it's like you have to give whoever you bring in time.
Absolutely.
No matter who it is.
Here's the thing. But the thing is this. I'm okay with that. But you also, as a coach, have to show me that you're building something.
Right.
That you are going in the right direction and that you have something that, you know what, is going in a positive way. And I can't put one thing that's been positive this year.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, honestly, like, if I was to say, hey, man, you know what, it looks promising for next year.
Nothing does.
So that's where, Cheeto, you got to be real with it. And if you're a bad coach, you're a bad coach. And 805 will tell you. it don't matter where you go and what you do. Once your time has passed you, once your time has like, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter, bro. I'll be like, people are constantly growing, constantly changing, constantly evolving. What it looks is we have zero accountability.
Hey, what up, Cisco?
Development. What's up, Cisco? What's the question? Yeah. Oh man, here we go.
I know, right? No, and I think that's the frustrating part is the accountability. And that's why I go back to, and when you see all these pressers, when you see all the interviews, and even when they brought up, I think my homie, shout out to Jay, when we did our Raider Connection show, he brought up Adam Butler. He said it's frustrating when you play good defense and your offense ain't moving. And I always said that reflects on your leadership, right? That reflects on your leadership. If they're up there pointing fingers on each other, if they're up there, it's because of him, it's because of that, it's because we don't have this. Like, there's no accountability. There's no accountability in that. So it's like, how can you expect that team to have any type of continuity, any type of identity, right? If the people who are managing and running this team are just pointing fingers at everything else, everywhere around them, right? Everywhere around them. I just saw the question. Well, yes, I do, and that's why we chose 12:30 because this is during lunchtime.
Exactly.
That was
funny. Man. Hey, we're still waiting for our black hole checks, by the way, Cisco. Make sure you guys get the right address. You know, propaganda machine.
Our black hole what? Our chats?
What'd you say? Our black hole checks. Make sure that those black hole checks come in. And I don't want to get no fake signatures, by the way. I need the real ones.
Yeah. And see, you look at like, well, it's like you need a QB because you have a tight end, you have your future running back. You do. You really do have you drafted your future running back. And we'll leave it there. Because people will argue you could have drafted another running back, but at the same time, the checks are rubber. But you do have your tight end. You do have your tight end. You do need a quarterback, but you also need a more solidified O-line. You need another threat besides Brock Bowers. You need a receiver as well.
So let me ask you this.
Instead, we drafted Thornton and Betch, and I don't see them as the answer. What's up?
If we drafted a quarterback and an offensive lineman, do you think that this coaching staff could develop them? Are you confident enough in this coaching staff to develop a young quarterback and an offensive lineman?
I'm not, because I don't believe in Pete. And people would say it's because I'm biased, because he's proven and done it in the past, right? You look at the quarterbacks he had at SC. Dude, when I see Russell Wilson in Seattle, like old Russ, OG Russ, that dude is insane. Like, he was a fucking baller back then, right? So he had someone like that, that was able to extend and make crazy plays like that. So do I think he developed Russell? I think Russell was just that talented in that way. Were there players that he did develop? Absolutely. People forget Richard Sherman wasn't a first-round pick, bro. A lot of the guys in their secondaries weren't first-round pick, right? But it's just crazy. When do I trust them? Me personally, no. But everyone knows I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I hate Pete Carroll. So I might be biased. Do I have to trust? Or I'll put it this way: I have no other choice but to trust they can.
So I'll put it like this: I'm a USC guy. I'm a huge USC guy.
Okay. What up, brother? How's it going?
And hell no.
Oh wow, he's on the IR? Really? Damn. Jeff, can you confirm that for me, please?
Yeah. I'm like, if that's for real, then I gotta start packing it up and calling it a season. I want to see young guys get burned. If this is facts right here, then I want to see young guys get burned.
I want to get QB2 in the second round, in the trenches. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd be like, that's what you got to do. I mean, like right now, like you got to get the guy that you think is going to be a blue chipper up front that can be a leader. I'm like, we have no leadership up front, Cheeto.
Right? We have no leaders on the offense, and the one leader we did have, we traded him away.
Exactly. So tell me like this. on the offensive line right now, without Colton Miller, without JPJ, who's taking charge? And then the guy that's supposed to be taking charge, as he's playing quarterback, is going, oh, you can blame me. And you know what? I didn't have a problem with him saying, you can blame me, until he started going into, oh, your car broke down, you can blame me. And that's where it showed
was being sarcastic.
Immature. It was immature. Yeah. And that right there, showing immaturity on that level, when you are a guy that's supposed to be the leader in the locker room, I don't care who you are, you can't come back from that.
No. And shout out to the fan that everybody talks shit about, who had that sign in Seattle in the preseason that said, who was a bigger bust, Jamarcus Russell or Geno Smith? And everybody clowned that fan and said he was talking shit. But now a lot of them are using that same meme.
Well, and here's the thing, right?
Yeah,
it's the thing is that Geno's not a bust because he already has success here in the. I mean, like, he's been in the NFL for years.
A little bit, right,
right. He's been in the NFL for years, bro. 15-year career or something like that.
Dude, you're like a Turf. Turf sees it that if you played in the league this long, because it's a hard league, if you had a career that long, you were successful, right?
So
I see it differently because of the way Geno came out of college, what the expectations were. Geno was a bust because he never met that expectations. Did he have a good NFL career? I wouldn't say good, but he's had a mid-career. He's played for a while, so kudos to him because it's not easy. But based on when he came out of college, the expectations, he was a bust. Yeah. So same with Hayward Bay. People say that about Hayward Bay.
I'll say it like this, right?
Career.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? So when you talk to people like that, and you're right, like, so I know a lot of guys that played in the NFL, guys like that. Those guys will tell you if you had a long career, you're not a bust because you made it in a league of 16.
And that's what I'm saying. Right? And Turf is the same way because he played college and all that stuff. And he knows dudes who were in the NFL. I think one of his best friends is Tony Banks. Probably 2 people in this chat know who Tony Banks is, right? But he played on certain teams. Yeah, exactly. But he played in the NFL. So even things like that. But yeah, it's just a difference of what you see.
I mean, like, I had kids that I've coached that played in the NFL, but I mean, like, just because they played in the NFL doesn't mean that they had long, successful careers. But do I consider them a bust? No, because they went and they made and did something, right? That they made it a lot higher than they thought. And you're calling them a bust because they don't achieve what people think they should achieve.
Right? Well, when you're picked that high, right? Yeah,
absolutely. And I'd be like, hey, at the end of the day, I get what you're saying.
See Ashton, drafted number 6.
You can't say he's a bust right now.
No, not right now. But he goes on to have a career like David Montgomery. That's his top. Would you call him a bust? Or would you say he had a good career, he was just on a bad team? Number 6 overall.
Is it like Barry Sanders?
No. I said a career like David Montgomery, which is not bad, but a formidable journeyman running back, whatever the fuck, right?
It's so hard, man, to judge on them because, like, again, like, we're looking at it and saying, hey, it all depends, right? Because if he has a long career, I'm going to tell you like this, a long career with an offensive line that continues like this, and we're winning 2 games a season for 10 years. For you to be on a shitty ass team for 10 years and only, taking the beatings that you are in the backfield, I'll consider you a success because you made it alive for that long.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, at the end of the day, I think
thank you, Jack.
You're right. He would be considered a bust. And I mean, like, I'll be realistic. The fans would be like, oh, he's a bust.
Because
he didn't achieve
the expectation.
He didn't achieve what they wanted. But let me ask you this.
What's up?
Who sets whether you're a bust or whether you made it?
That's the thing. It depends on your perspective, how you see
fans it. Do, because the fans are the only ones that will judge it like that.
The media, too. I think the media will, too. Yeah.
But the media is not judging Geno Smith right now, saying he's a bust. The media is just saying Geno Smith is a good quarterback having a shitty season.
Right. It's the they don't even call him good. They call him journeyman quarterback. I think what makes it to me because I can't call him a bust, but I will say he was a bad a bad pickup for what we gave him when we're paying him. You
I
traded
think-
away a 3rd-round pick. You paid him 66 guaranteed. The contract was like 90 something, right? Which quarterback wise is not a lot because the quarterbacks get paid a shitload. But to me, I see that as a bad trade for the Raiders. That was a bad move. It didn't work out for us.
No, I got you. So I'll look at it like this: it's another bad free agency signing.
Tyree's the bust.
Yes.
Let's say Tyree goes somewhere like San Fran and doesn't have extraordinary numbers, but
like
he plays
Cleveland
for
Farrell?
another. There you go. It has like another 5-6 years
So
playing.
again, we go back to the fact as a fan, okay, and this is the two things, right? As a fan, absolutely, like he's a bust. As a coach, bro, you stayed in the league as long as you did. You made it. You made millions of dollars.
Yeah, and in Cleve Farrell's defense, it wasn't his fault he got picked at 4. He had no business.
But then it's not Tyree's fault that he was picked at 7.
No, because he was projected in that range. He was.
But it wasn't his fault that he got picked there.
No, but
he didn't say, "Hey, pick." He didn't say,
no,
pick me right here.
But Cleve was an obvious. Do not pick me this high, like Damon Arnett. Obvious. Do not pick me.
You had a Liz Frank fracture.
Yeah.
Total red flag for defensive linemen. 805 will tell you.
Yeah.
A Liz Frank's fracture is a big red flag for a freaking defensive lineman because they got no get off.
Yeah.
That's their get off. You know. So again, you look at
not only that, you leave get off aside. He has no pass rush, no moves, no hands, no skill set.
Bro, he was just bigger than everybody else in college, and he used that.
And that's a lot of the thing that you have to look into too when it comes into it. When college successful players come into the NFL.
Look at Clowney. Clowney had one hit.
Play. That one hit, remember?
Yeah. Took that guy's soul, and then bam. All of a sudden.
Who was our GM at that point? Kudos to them for fucking taking Khalil Mack, right?
Yeah.
Instead of,
And people were like, oh, why wouldn't. And Clowney, hey, he runs a 4.4. Hey.
I remember back then a friend of mine clowning me, saying that Khalil Mack was soft as poo, right? Because he came from Buffalo, that he was going to get pushed around.
And he's been showing anything, bro. Yeah. That dude is a beast. That dude has been a beast for 15 years. Came out the womb with muscles.
Bro, Khalil Mack. Oh, that one hurt, bro. I love Khalil Mack.
Bro, you ain't lying. Bro, I'd be like, so here's the thing, right? And when we draft guys that are blue chip players, we let them go.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing, dude. I mean, like at the end of the day, we have to draft right. We have to do all these things.
Yeah.
But we also got to pay them.
Yeah.
They think, and here's the thing, the Raiders think that because they drafted them that they owe them something. Players don't owe you shit. They're
the fans
contracts.
think that too, though. I don't know if the Raiders think
that. But no. I'd be like, and the fans do too. You're right. I'd be like, players don't owe these teams shit. This is a business.
Yeah.
The Raiders traded away Jacoby Myers, the only leader on offense, because it's a business, because they thought they were going to get better draft picks.
Right, because they knew they didn't want to pay him. So the only way to get something out of him would be to trade him away, because they weren't willing to pay him.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Well, we only got a couple minutes left, big dog.
All right. Hey, yo, let him know. Did he check the hot news or not? Is Matt's on IR?
I'm checking right now, but
hey, we're dropping it hot right now, guys. It's hot.
How big is this game coming up against the Cleveland Browns?
Well, it's this big. It's big because the fans are going to make it big. Because if Shedeur Sanders comes in and really freaking tears it up, everybody's going to say, oh, we should have drafted Shedeur at 6. Shedeur at 6. But guess what? We talked about it. Shedeur will go back to playing like shit right after he plays us.
So Max Crosby, I think you read that. It says defensive end, knee injury. Thursday was limited practice, game status unspecified. This is from the Raiders website.
All right. So not on
so
IR.
He's not on IR. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We only have 4 people on there. We got Jonah, we got Max, Lecky, and Dylan Parham had full practice today. So if he had full practice yesterday,
that means he should be back.
That means he should be playing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
and this is from the Raiders website. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think our phones will be blowing up if Max was on IR.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's why I was like, "What the heck?"
Jesus Christ, bro! This is. But I think the thing with Max is because Wednesday he wasn't listed on the injury report, and then Thursday he was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know.
But
jeez, bro, they got so many injured players. But but I hear you on the game this weekend. Like, and I know one guy in particular that if we do win, he's gonna say this is why you should have traded for him, things of that nature. But he said I'm not gonna bother to watch that game.
No, and you know what? Here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna stop watching this team because like that's what I do on Sundays, and that's what I do during game days. Watch my team.
Yeah.
No matter what, you ride with it, right? You just can't. And I get it. People are gonna be like, "Well, I don't want to support and this and that."
Then do it, bro. Don't do you like that's your thing.
Do you? Man. Yeah. But I gotta watch the game. I gotta see what we're doing, and I gotta be like, hey, I gotta have an opinion.
If you weren't doing this show,
I watch it. I
or had a platform where you talked about them, you would still watch it,
bro. Football. Ever since my son came into my life, football has like been such a big part of my family stuff. Oh, like I've coached it. I've gone to Europe. I've coached my son. I've coached kids that have gone on to play in the NFL and college and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That, dude, it's just such a big part of my life for 22 years. Yeah. And I'll be like, it's not like I'm not your regular average fan, I guess you can say, that just watches it and like boom. It's a big part of my life. So for me, it's totally different, man. I'm like when I watch film, I'm like when you watch the game the second time, I'm watching film. That's what I call it, watching film. I break it down. I do highlights and I go like, oh man, like why didn't we double team there? Why is this pull? Why is this like hand placement wrong? Oh, that's what happened on this play. That's why they got penetration. I look at all those things because guess what? I'm bored sometimes, and that's what you do when you're bored. You look at things in a different way.
So instead of looking at big booties on Instagram, Will's over here watching game film. Yes,
bro. I've been married. I've been married 20 years, bro. I've been looking at the same booty for 20 years, and I ain't gonna change, man.
Hey, Miklo, when you're at the gym, bro, make sure you keep your eyes open. Gotta be careful out there. Yeah, years of punishment, but I still look forward to the Raider game. Same thing, Jamar. Same. Yes, I think I actually called up MC to see because the tickets are dropping so much. If you wanted to go to a Raider game,
it's affordable to go to a Raider game.
This is the
time
one.
Is now.
You can sit in the 100 section and pay $100 for a fucking ticket right now.
Yeah, get to Vegas tomorrow, guys.
But we talked about it. I think I'm just gonna go to his house and watch it there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah,
but it's like to me, I enjoy watching the game with my Raider fam, with my Raider brothers, with Noah. Whenever I get a chance to watch a game with Noah, I love watching a game with Noah. With my girl, my girl's getting more into football now. She makes me laugh, the other day. And I didn't catch it till afterwards, but in our score prediction, she put Raiders 6, Browns 7, because she wanted to do 6-7.
And you see, and that's the thing, man. I mean, like, for me, I love chilling with my Raider fam and watching the game. I'll be like, bro, honestly, that's the time that I look forward most to,
I mean,
look at that Sunday.
Look at Sacktown, the best watch parties in all
of Sacramento.
All of Sacramento, bro. So,
but you know what's cool about that, man, is that you start just by a dream. Like Steve had a dream. Steve had no idea, man, what was going to happen. I remember when he first started, and he would give me calls and be like, "Well, we're going to." I'm like, "Man, just go out there and get it." And he's just killing it, man.
Yeah. They're doing. And he's in a good area. I mean, here in LA, it's like the ones who are Raider fans. Either they were born into it from their family members, or you're an old school one who still watches them from when you were in here.
Yeah.
But when you go to the Bay, and I think that's why the Bay Area people take it so hard, is because that's where it started. And they're so about where they're from in their area, man. You got Oakland, then you got the Bay, you got the people who live in Sacktown. All those towns are rather Vacaville, all Watsonville, all those towns, right? They take so much pride in their team that there's such a big following up there still, right? And they get a lot of shit because they have the rival who's across the Bay. Right?
Yeah.
That team in red, that despised team in red, that even though they've had a bunch of injuries, are still in the mix. You know?
Yeah.
So I can see that. So I definitely, so as much as I'll give shit to my Bay Area peeps because I love them and I like fucking with them, but they definitely are, East Bay represent exactly the Bay Area. A lot of them were there this weekend,
bro.
For the Cowboys.
I will tell you like this, Leo. Bay Area fans are a little bit different. We have a guy named Carl that just moved from the Bay Area,
and
he's talking to me. Yeah, he lives here, and I was just at a function with him last night. With his wife works for my wife. Mm-hmm. We were sitting there, and he's talking about going to games in 1965.
Yeah,
he bought his first season tickets in 1975.
Yeah, see, that's different, bro. Mm-hmm.
And he was paying $130 for a season ticket. Bro, he has football signed by dudes that I was like, dude, like, how did you get that? And he's just such a big sports fanatic for that area. That it's impressive to see the Bay Area and how hard they represent for their local teams. Okay. And you're right. Like it's different, man. You see the different areas. And it's hard to get some people to come out. I mean, like to be like, hey, man, let's go watch the game together. Oh, my team, we suck, bro. Why am I going to go waste my money?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you're going to waste your money anyways. Yeah. You're going to waste your money anyways. You got to go somewhere else. You might as well come kick it with the fam. But I got you.
But yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend. Raiders versus Browns. 2-2-8 teams.
What you got? What's your score prediction?
I don't know what to expect anymore, bro. I really don't. I think I had us winning like 17-13 or some bullshit like that. Yeah.
7-10. Mm-hmm. I got 7-10. Raiders lose.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. I know I started off Wednesday's show saying that the Raiders are known as a franchise to make mediocre or first-time quarterbacks look like superstars. So, if that happens, I would not be surprised because that's just the Raider way. But yeah, man. Well, it was cool catching up with you. Appreciate what we do here. Thank you, those of you who chimed in today in the chat. Appreciate you, Jeff, with the super chats, with the members things. But this is the thing me and Will will be doing, on Fridays. Yes, it's a cool little chat about, gives us more time to cool down, after whatever game we play the following week looks like. So definitely
lunch date update.
Right? Those of you that are coming to LA for the SoFi game, bro, make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you follow LA Takeover. Saturday will be on Saturday at the Quiet Cannons. If you don't, make sure you follow Raider Crusaders. Follow myself, MC Raider, DJ Steph. A bunch of us have the flyers and the link tagged in there. So if you need assistance with buying your tickets, make sure you show up. And if you're going to be in the area, come through. I will be a vendor at the LA Takeover. Come through, say what's up, take a picture, things of that nature. Will definitely be there, Matt. But I mean, you got anything else, Big Will?
Yes, sir. Hey, guys, so make sure that you guys stay logged in, man. Follow the Silver and Black Radio podcast and my boy Cheeto Linus, the Puro Raiders podcast will be here to my right. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Guys, all the flyers, everything we talk about, we're going to be pumping out. We got a website, Silver and Black Radio Podcast.com now. We're putting up all our event flyers there. We're having all our shows, maybe some blogging, do some other stuff. Let us know what we can do for you guys. And that's about it, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, fam. Appreciate y'all. And as always, just win, baby.
Raiders!
Trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Speak it. I approve this message.
Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. We are the Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver.